Good morning, Dragons. I'm Lee Jane Ahmed.
And I'm Ashley Karkara. Welcome back to Studio 115 and KDGN News.
Ashley, did you know this is our first show of the 2024 year?
I didn't know that. That's really exciting.
Can't wait for more to come. This week, we celebrate our CSHS and CHS counselors during a Counselor Appreciation Week.
And, fun fact, today is also National Pizza Day.
But first, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Part of high school is making lifelong memories, and one group with a knack for documenting them is our Dragon Media Yearbook staff.
You've seen them and their cameras in the halls, on the sidelines, at your concerts, and in your classrooms. But what you haven't seen is all the work behind the scenes. We go now to Harper Brown to get a glimpse at what our award-winning yearbook staff has been up to for the 2024 book titled Big Reputation.
It's no secret that Carroll has had its fair share of controversies, and this year's yearbook theme is facing them head-on. Big Reputation is meant to challenge the negative perceptions that people may have about Carroll and show them what's really going on inside Carroll ISD. Let's check it out.
So we came up with this year's yearbook theme, Big Reputation, during our summer workshop. And so we always had the idea of doing perception versus reality. And so that's kind of how we landed on Big Reputation, because our reputation is determined by other schools and just everyone in Southlake in general.
The way people talk about Carroll and the things people say about us. I think there was a number of phrases that we went through before we came to the concept of a reputation, because a lot of times a reputation is seen in a negative light. If you say someone has a reputation, usually you're talking about them behind their back, you're kind of referencing the negative aspects. But we kind of continued to talk about it and realized that our reputation is more than just kind of the negative things people say about us. It's also tied to kind of the legacy that we leave behind. And being inside Carroll, we see all of the things that other people may not. So we kind of took that idea and ran with, well, let's talk about how people talk about us versus what we know about ourselves. People know who you're talking about when you say Southlake Carroll. So it was interesting to kind of throw out all the things that people do say about us and find a way to kind of tip that on its head and talk about the things that maybe people don't see, but that are really positive and incredible things about being a part of Carroll. I absolutely expect there to be criticism and backlash. There is every year. We want people to open it up and kind of say, what? I can't believe they said they're all the same and daddy's money and they only care about winning. Like, oh my gosh, why are they saying that? So that they will be intrigued enough to open that page up, open that spread up, and read about all the incredible things that we are doing, that we see because we're here every day. So we hope that there is some sort of shock or backlash. I joked with the editors that I can't wait for that first phone call. I can't wait for that first photo on a Southlake mom's Facebook page of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did it. Because then we did our job, we got their attention.
I think that as soon as people read what our theme is, and once they open up our book and discover like what we're actually trying to say and like our true message, then people will understand it and there won't be any real backlash.
I hope they like it. I hope they see that it's a little sarcastic and snarky and fun, and they realize that you can create something that's really professional and journalistic, but also interesting and cool and a great experience for the people who are on the staff and get to create something like that.
Time to book it to buy this year's yearbook. They sell out every year, so make sure to order yours by April 1st on dragonmedia.org/yearbook. This is Harper Brown for KDGN.
Thanks, Harper. Make sure to find Dragon Media on Instagram at SLC Dragon Media to get yearbook updates, as well as information and additional coverage from here at KDGN.
You might have seen your counselors also in the hallways or in classrooms recently as our staff and student body begins to figure out class schedules and course requests for next year.
Alyssa Cooch has more information on the academic planning guide and the course selection process for the 2024 and 2025 school year.
As the course selection process approaches, students are faced with tons of options and decisions to make about their schedules for next year. Let's take a look at the new courses for next year and some existing ones you may not be aware of. This year, there are more entirely new courses which students can get involved in without previous experience. New classes include Honors Security and Investments, Social Media Marketing, Honors Aerospace Engineering, and a new AP class, AP Comparative Government, a class available for 11th and 12th grade students that looks at political structures of different countries around the world. Courses such as sports media, floral design, and welding are also open to first-year members and have built up popularity amongst all grade levels since their introductions in recent years. Some of these courses are being expanded next year for existing students to continue in their pathways. New levels include Sports Media 2, Welding 2, Advanced Culinary Arts, and Printmaking 2, a new option for students after taking Art 1.
Really, when you look at the career and technology pathway, what it should be doing is giving our students opportunities to try things that they might be interested in pursuing when they go to college, or if they don't want to go to college, when they go out into the workforce. What do I want to do once I leave Carroll Senior High?
Another option coming to our school next year is Carroll Business Academy, a program for students interested in entrepreneurship, marketing, and finance. This program will offer new educational and hands-on experience for aspiring businessmen and women. Additionally, the new courses in STEM will allow students to have a fourth year in that course and gain beneficial technical skills with the new practicum options available in entrepreneurship, engineering, and manufacturing.
As you look through the courses that we are looking to offer for next year, we've incorporated more practicum courses. And so what that means is students go out into, if you're interested in a certain field, you go out into, let's just say, a business practicum. You would go out to the business world and we would connect you with a particular organization and you would learn basically grassroots up.
For those looking to add to their college applications, participating in classes like these shows your interest and expertise in the fields that you are interested in and expose you to classes that you may not have thought that you would be interested in before. This is Alyssa Takush with KDGN.
You can view both APG and full list available courses on Skyward or at the district website. Make sure to speak with your counselors if you have any additional questions about specific courses or scheduling. I'll tell you what, I'm very happy I'm done with that.
Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna miss some of the courses.
That sounds like a you thing.
We now go to Kaylin Cashin for the first Dragon Media Sports Update of 2024. Kaylin, what have our Dragon athletes been up to this semester?
Thank you, Jane and Ashley. We kick off this Dragon Media Sports Update with the Lady Dragon basketball team. The Lady Dragons were named District 4 to 6A champions this past week after their win against Fossil Ridge Panthers. They are now 28-5 overall and 12-0 in district play. The Lady Dragons finished district play this past Tuesday and will now prepare for their playoff run. The Dragon basketball team also took on the Fossil Ridge Panthers and won 45-39, bringing their overall record to 21-8, the district record to 74. The Dragons currently sit third in district play, and with their win against Fossil Ridge, the team clinched their playoff spot. The Lady Dragon soccer team defeated Keller and Keller Central 2-1 last week, increasing their overall record to a perfect 14-0 and a 4-0 in district play. They currently sit in first place and will take on Byron Nelson tonight at 6:30 p.m. The Dragon soccer team unfortunately lost to both Keller and Keller Central this past week. This moves the Dragons' overall record to 5-5-1 and 1-2 in district play. The Dragons look to bounce back this week and play at Byron Nelson tonight at 7:30 p.m. The Dragon wrestling team claimed their 10th consecutive team championship at the UIL District 4 to 6A tournament this past Thursday. Senior Bodie Gibson claimed his 4th district title with the Boys Outstanding Wrestler Award for this meet. The Lady Dragons wrestling team also competed in the UIL District 4 to 6A meet this past Thursday, placing 4th overall in the team championship and 6 regional qualifiers. Both teams will compete in the regional tournament this weekend. The Lady Dragons swim and dive team was recently named 4 to 6A district champs, advancing 25 swimmers and 4 divers to the regional meet. Our Dragon swim and dive team placed second behind Keller, advancing 21 swimmers as well. Our swim and dive teams will take on the pool today and tomorrow in Midland for the regional meet. That's all the sports updates we have for you today, Dragons. Back to you, Lou Jane and Ashley.
Thanks, Kaylin. For more sports information, make sure to follow at Dragon Sports Media on Instagram.
Have you been to any soccer games?
Not yet, but I do miss the football games.
Me too. We have another group of student athletes that have been hard working this semester, preparing for a competition as well.
Dylan Spiegelman spent some time getting to know more about the Carroll ISD Special Olympics program coming off of their first annual Slam Jam event this weekend.
Carroll ISD has built long-lasting prominence in all facets of athletics, and our Special Olympics program is no different, continuing our tradition for excellence. In the midst of their basketball season, these athletes have been practicing regularly and competing against school districts from all around the Metroplex.
There's not a lot of advertising, okay, for Special Olympics. We did have a gala on Saturday night that raised awareness for Special Olympics, and I think there's bigger and better things that are about to happen. We have 5 sports. We start off the year with bowling, we go to basketball, we go to track, and I think cheerleading is our newest one, and that's kind of thrown in the mix. And then in the summertime, we have swim.
This year, we are planning to go to state for basketball and track. So that's kind of something new we're adding on this year, but it really truly runs very similar to what traditional sports look like.
I was substitute teaching 10 years ago at the high school, and the very first class that I subbed for was life skills. And the coach for Special Olympics was an aide in that room, and it was hook, line, and sinker. And he asked me to come to a track practice, and that's all it was. I was hooked with Special Olympics, along with teaching special needs. I'm a transition teacher here at the senior high. Well, we have over 70 athletes, Special Olympics athletes, and I'm going to quote our coach here, Miss Ashley Poteet. Special Olympics give our athletes a chance to be active, build confidence, make friends, and find a lifelong love for sports.
I think truly it just, there's so many limitations in the world for these kids, and so this gives them limitless possibilities essentially to be able to be successful and build that confidence that they might not be able to do otherwise. But it just gives them another avenue to be successful and find happiness, truthfully.
And making friends, that's huge.
And I think it's really good for volunteers as well, for somebody that's not super familiar with this world to see what it's like and see the success and the happiness that these athletes have.
My favorite part of Special Olympics is playing basketball, give support to my team. I love basketball. It's been my sport, and I'm really good at it.
My favorite athletes is Wyatt, and I would just skip to Wyatt because he's the best student I've ever seen. I like to do everything and stuff. He was just a high school. I like everything.
I like my friends. What else? And I like supporting my team.
Special Olympics volunteering is available through our school as well as the Young Men's Service League or National Charity League organizations. If you don't need the hours, these athletes can always use your support from the stands. The Dragons have an upcoming scrimmage tentatively scheduled for March 23rd. This is Dylan Spiegelman for KDGN.
To learn more about ways you can support our Special Olympics athletes, contact CCD ATRI or stop by CSHS Room 221.
We hope you enjoyed our show for today. I'm Ashley Karkara.
And I'm Lijain Ahmed. Thank you so much for tuning in to our first show of Semester 2. But don't forget to follow us on Instagram at SLC Dragon Media for updates on all things Carroll.
Have a great day, Dragons.